Oh, extremely rattly. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking the new Evo 10, the newest addition to the family, to the shop, and we need to do a serious inspection on this car, figure out everything that we need to order, figure out like what even parts this thing already has. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do, so let's head out. Hopefully we make it there with this completely burnt clutch, and we'll be on our merry way. We made it to the shop, hardly. This clutch is so freaking bad. So first thing I want to do is go ahead, get it in the shop, get it up on the lift, just take a good gander at this thing and figure out everything that we actually have to fix, replace. Of course, the car needs some body work here and there. That door is pretty bad. Yeah, let's just get it up in the air and I'll show you guys everything it needs. Well, I can already see she leaks oil. It's sat here for about 5 minutes, and we got 6 different puddles of oil on the ground. I would say fairly lined up at the pan. Let's see what we got. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's dive in. Let's go ahead, start off with the good. Let's get a nice little mod list going of this thing. Right off the bat, you can see she got some NK wheels. These are NT03Ms. Probably would say 18 by 9.5 plus 27 based off how they fit. It's got some cheap ass tires, pretty good shape, but cheap. Some slotted rotors, not sure on the brand. Coming underneath, we got all sorts of suspension components. Rear sway bar, what's the brand on that? I'm not sure, probably can tell by the color of it. So the rear sway bar with end links, lower control arms. You can see our coilovers up there. I want to say they're KWs, some subframe bushings. Cool. NVIDIA catback, test type, which is catted, lame, but whatever, that'll work. Oh my lord, holy shit, this, oh my lord. Oh, yikes, that's wet. That is very wet. I'm gonna go ahead and say we have a leaky trans or T-case. Probably the seal that goes in between them. That is no fun. Looks like the T-case is probably gonna come out, but let's keep moving on with the good. What else we got? You can see the coils up front, OEM sway up front. Oh my God, that thing leaks. Hopefully that's not a rear main. That would be no fun. I guess we gotta do the clutch anyway. Holy shit, this thing leaks. Some braided lines. Looks like a factory lower intercooler pipe, factory intercooler, probably a Mishimoto radiator. Other mods it has. Got some VLAN headlights, newer style tails, and I think that's about it. It is tuned, it is super low miles, which is cool. I don't know if I dare move on to the bad and the ugly. It's pretty bad and ugly in a lot of places. Do we dare? All right, let's do this. So obviously the clutch, as you guys heard, is completely shot. This oil leak right here, that's gonna be probably a little bit hard to diagnose just because everything is wet. Yeah, that one kind of worries me. I don't like that. Tempting to just pull the whole freaking drivetrain out just to reseal everything and rebuild everything, but I probably should not do that right now. Everything else looks solid. Rear diff doesn't look like it leaks at all. Pretty decent exhaust system, it's just really freaking quiet. I don't know if I dare even show you guys the body. Body's quite a bit worse than I would like. Let's dive in. With the first being this door. I don't know what the hell happened here. It's pretty freaking bad. It's kind of amazing that it didn't destroy the skirt, whatever they hit. Maybe they had the door open. You can see back here, it's completely bent in. Right there, doesn't line up at all with the rear door. I don't know if any of that's really fixable. I might give it a shot. I might call up a PDR guy to have this, well, I need the rest of the car PDR'd anyway. So there's that. Rear door, dent there, a little bit of a crease there, ding there. A little bit of something there. Rear door is definitely savable with PDR. Moving on to the rear bumper. Let's get some light on this guy. Little something there, not a big deal. I don't know what happened here. Looks like they probably backed into something. Rear bumper is definitely savable. I really just don't want to do any paint work. I feel like this color might be a little bit hard to spray. I'm not really sure because I'm not a good painter. This side we have that dent on the pillar, easily poppable with PDR. dent there, dent up there on the door. This fender looks pretty solid, needs a good buff. Front bumper, let's see here. I know there's some damage on it right up in here. Cracked paint, kind of sucks. A little bit scraped down here. And it needs a plate delete because these plate things are freaking ugly. Hood has got quite a bit of tiny dents in it, almost like hail damage. And the hood color does not match. So whoever already sprayed the hood didn't do a very good job. You can see the paint is peeling right there, a little bit janky. And then this fender, definitely savable. Probably gonna need to be sprayed as well. Cracked paint, chip, dent. The glass on this mirror here is shattered. And then of course the car is missing the OEM SSS wing. This car is the SSS model, which is cool. Which, what does that stand for? Sight, sound, sport or something like that. The only difference was the SSS model came with the bigger wing, Rockford system, and HID headlights. So this is that model, which makes it a little bit cooler. Oh, and the fast key as well, which for me, that is a big one. I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, you guys can see, I don't care about the mechanical stuff. I really, really do enjoy that kind of stuff. So like the burnt clutch, I'm fine with. Oil leak, we can take care of that. It's all the body damage on this thing that just concerns me because I'm not very good at body damage. And especially with the car only having like, what, 35,000 miles? It's a little bit suspect. It really sucks. Let's go ahead and pop open the hood and I'll show you guys what we got going on inside the hood. And then we're gonna take a look at the interior as well. One more thing I just noticed on the exterior, this thing right here, broken off. So we're gonna need a replacement one of those. I need a whole freaking parts list for this car. Nice scoop. Looks like it was fiberglass right there, painted black, peeling. She does got some hood struts, which is cool. Grimspeed EBCS, fuel lab regulator, an AMS fuel rail. Those factory injectors, they have different wiring on here, so they look factory. I don't know why they'd have different pigtails on there though. It does have these stiff motor mounts, which are super, super annoying. I cannot stand them, so I need to get rid of those. Other than that, not too bad. Opened up the trunk to find some nice little random surprises. OEM headlights, some aftermarket inner fender liners, some plywood that was attached to the floor via a nail. I don't know what the hell they had going on here, but I don't like it. I hate it. Okay, we got a screw there. Better than a nail. Aftermarket sub. It looks like it's actually made for this car, which is kind of nice. Kind of want a stock one though. Pull it out. Cool, I'm gonna not use this. That's a nice little setup. Bet it sounds pretty good, but I would rather have an OEM system, to be honest. Let's go ahead, pop in the interior. Interior is actually pretty freaking clean on this car, which excites me. Don't mind my gym stuff and my food, but all the seats are in really, really, really good shape. Carpet's nice. It's got WeatherTechs, which I'll probably swap out for OEM. So if anyone on here is watching, hit me up if you got OEMs that are in good shape and you want some nice WeatherTechs. Missing the radio for whatever reason. Not a big deal. I do want to go ahead and pull this whole assembly off. I don't know what shifter cage that is. Whatever it is, it feels really freaking nice. TWM, I see the marking down underneath, but it feels really good. It's, yeah, it's solid. Not nearly as, I guess, tight of a throw, you would say, as my shifter, which is the WK or Jared's CAE, but still really nice. I dig it. So yeah, all the interior really needs is some OEM mats, personal preference, and I'll put a nice big old radio in this thing as well. Make this thing a nice little daily. What up guys, it's actually the next day. Ain't gonna lie, yesterday after I got to the shop, I had the worst headache. Pretty sure I had the worst headache in the world because those damn solid motor mounts. So, brings us right into the next thing. I just bought a bunch of Evo 10 parts. All the stuff for the trunk, so the foam stuff, the wood, the carpet. I bought a strut tower bar. All the stuff is missing on that car. So strut tower bar, this little radiator cover, a OEM wing. Picked up a nice little gauge setup with boost and wideband. A new mirror. Hopefully this is the right side. Yeah, it should be. As you can see, that one's destroyed, so I'll swap that out. I already have the passenger side motor mount, so I bought the driver's. I guess you'd consider this the trans mount. Got a nice little K&N intake for it because that one's kind of janky. And a window seal. So already trying to get this build started, or not really the build, but just kind of get this thing back to a nice drivable condition. Let's go ahead and assemble the trunk for starters. It's gonna be nice to have just a nice clean OEM trunk in this thing. All right, well, there is all that. When we go to do a full interior detail on this car, I'll go ahead and probably pull all that back out and pressure wash it, make it perfect. But for now, I'm just trying to get this thing back to an OEM spec with no weird janky stuff. Nice to get a few OEM parts back on this car. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there right now. If anyone has a graphite gray driver's side door, please hit me up. I really don't want to do a ton of paint work on this car. If I could just put another OEM door back on it, I'd be stoked. I don't want to deal with having to blend and whatnot, to be honest. So yeah, let me know. I do want to go ahead and work on this wing a little bit. It does have 4 broken off bolts in it. And this is not an OEM wing. It looks like an OEM wing, but the OEM, you see where that little groove right there, or the whole piece on an Evo 10 OEM wing would be separate. So you'd be able to unbolt it. I don't know what brand it is. It looks really, really nice, to be honest. So if I can get these bolts out, we can spray this graphite gray and bolt it on the car. So I went ahead and got all of the broken bolts out. 3 of them took the little nut insert out with it. Not a big deal though. It's just an M6 pronged T-nut is what it's called. So I will go ahead and epoxy new nuts back in, and this thing should be ready to go. Let's go ahead and actually make sure it fits on the car. I look kind of funny in blue. Fits and looks like a stock wing. So we'll go ahead and get that sprayed when we have to paint other parts on the car, get everything sprayed out at once. We got to do some quick work on our Evo 8. A couple days ago, we powder coated the Brembos, went to go install them and stripped out one of the threads on the front driver's caliper. So I picked up a M12 by 175 helicoil kit. Let's go ahead and get that caliper helicoiled, and the Evo 8 will be ready to drive again. Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, doing well. How are you?
So yeah, that's a nasty little dent that's on that door.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Well, you know, if you took the door off and brought it to me, probably do an improvement.
Okay. The 8's all back together, helicoil's all finished up, everything is good there. As I was doing that, my PDR guy came over and took a look at the door on the 10, and he wants to give it a shot. He said he could get it probably about 90-95%, which it's like 0% right now. So if it can go from a 0 to a 95%, I'd be pretty stoked. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off the car and drop it off at his shop. He's gonna have it for a few days, and we're gonna see what he can do. So let's go ahead and get this door popped off the car. If we could not paint the door, I would be so pleased. So we're gonna unbolt this stopper here. I always leave the hinges on the car so you don't have to realign them. And then we have the one wiring harness, and this door will come off. All right, guys, I'm gonna go drop the store off. Hopefully in a few days we get it back and it's usable without being sprayed. Gonna wrap up the video right here. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this low mileage but beat Evo 10. All right, before we end out this video, I have to show you guys and let you in on a little piece of information. The next Boston drop is February 12th, but this upcoming Saturday, which I believe is the 5th, we are dropping something new. This is the Boston mystery box, and it's a mystery what you get. That's what a mystery box is all about. These are a really, really insane deal. It's over $150 worth of merchandise for only, let's do 70 bucks. That's like less than half off, more than half off. The only way you can get these is by being on the email list. So the website is gonna be password locked. On Saturday, we will send out an email with a password to get on the site to purchase a mystery box. Very limited quantity. We don't have a lot of these, so they're probably gonna sell it pretty freaking fast. So yeah, first link down below. Get yourself a banger mystery box. Tons of stuff in here you cannot get on the site. Everything in here you cannot get on the site, to be honest, because it's a mystery. So yeah, these are dropping a week early, a week before the actual drop goes live. And like I said, the only way you can get them is by being on the email list. So get on the email list and get yourself some banger.
Because it's really cool stuff.
Because Bobby said it's cool. And if Bobby says it's cool, then it's really cool. Okay, goodbye.